Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little bit, been trying to get some work done here and things like that, but we're going to talk about the protests, the whole let's blame Trump thing, and I even have a clip about what Morgan Freeman thinks about Black History Month, and we're going to talk about that right after this.
Because I am hard, you will not like me. But the more you hate me, the more you will learn. I am hard, but I am fair. Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.
Alright, welcome back. So we have all this stuff going on now about racism and, people are going out and they're looting stores and they're taking advantage of people. They're committing acts of violence. For what? Because white people have privilege? No, they don't. Some do, yes, because they have money. And I've told you guys before that this is what makes the world go around. Nothing more than money. I've seen just as many videos on YouTube of black people getting off crimes and out of traffic stops because they're important people and they have money as white people. For everyday citizens like you and me, there's no privilege. I'm able to buy a home, a car, get student loans, get a job just as fast and equal as you are. What? Eli Lilly doesn't hire you as their head scientist because you have an associate's degree in, let me think of something. Machinery. But because you are of a different race, that's racism? No, that's not how it works. To get a job, you have to be qualified for that job. Some jobs are mindless. You can't even get a job at a restaurant hardly as being a server unless you're fucking 18 or you have a ton of experience. When I got my job, my apartment leasing job in Arizona, I went through hell. I went through 4, maybe 5 interviews. Because I had never leased an apartment. They liked me, but they wanted to make sure that I was who I was. Now, if I have white privilege, why did I have to go through 5 interviews? Does that make sense? No. How do we get rid of racism? Well, Morgan Freeman says stop talking about it, and he's very, very true. It's very true. And I'm going to show you that right now.
Black History Month you find
ridiculous.
why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours?
No. That's
Which month is White History Month? No, come on, tell me.
Well,
Right.
I'm Jewish.
Now he's getting all choked
Okay,
up.
which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
No, all right, I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism until...
Stop talking about it.
Right.
I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman.
There you go. Just like that. There you go. I'm going to stop calling you a white man, and you're going to stop calling me a black man. I know you as, and you know me as. That's the first step. Because once you get the idea of identifying people by color out of your head, then now you're just looking at somebody as a human. If a black man is committing a crime or a white man is committing a crime, I don't go, oh, that's typical. I say, well, you can't do the crime, don't do the time. If you commit a crime, you are trash. Period. There is no race there. I said nothing about race. If you commit a crime, you are trash. If you run around and attract the attention of the police by your actions or by whom you've chosen to hang out with, you are trash. Now let's talk about the whole white privilege thing for a minute. When I was a young gay, like in my fucking 20s, and we were all hanging around Walnut Street in Indianapolis, which was basically a street where all the gays hung out after the bars, during the day, everybody getting together. We weren't doing anything wrong. We weren't rioting, protesting. We were just standing on the sidewalk, cutting it up. The cops would come around and put my white ass in handcuffs every single time. They would search the car every single time. Got to the point where they knew me by name and I knew them by name. Would still tear apart the car, put me in handcuffs, and I'm white. So it's not about race. Now, as the title shows, are these protests or is this a hidden agenda? You can Google it all day long. It's on Craigslist and everything else. They're hiring rioters and protesters to come in, paying them $25, $35 an hour to do what they're doing. That's why I said, or is it a hidden agenda? COVID-19 cases are going up again. Duh. This isn't about George Floyd. It never has been. This is about capitalizing on a topic that everyone's fucking scared to deal with. Everyone's scared to just, change their opinion on stuff. Don't look at a black man and go, oh, he's a criminal. He's on welfare. Don't do that. You can say to the person who actually committed a crime, you are trash because you committed a crime. People ask me, am I for the wall? Well, if you're not going to come in here legally and you're going to break our laws, then it's got to be stopped. You have a fence around your yard. All these rich politicians have iron gates around their yard. Why can't we have one around our goddamn border? There's a process to everything, and there's a reason why everything is the way it is. You can't go in and rob a bank because you need to pay your rent. It's not allowed. It's against the law. You can't run red lights. You can't even talk on your phone or text while driving. Yet people do. You want respect? Grow up. Be an adult, get a job, pay your fucking taxes, don't break the law, don't lie, cheat, or steal from other people. Hey, guess what? You might get a little feedback that goes in the positive direction. Will there always be people who stereotype and hate? Yes. How do you kill hate? With kindness. Because as soon as you stop feeding that attention, as soon as you stop giving people this unnecessary attention, which is all in the fuck they're looking for anyway, all of a sudden, that bully goes somewhere else. Stop reacting to it. As for the police issue, well, as with any job, when you have bad help, you need to do a better job at screening out who you're hiring. You need to call references. You need to get personal character references. You need to get all kinds of stuff. And with the police interview, they can actually even summon your employee record. What has he been written up for? They can follow you around town and see where you're going to go, how you act. They can check on your social media. I mean, don't think for a second the FBI or higher doesn't do that. They do. They literally rip your life apart. And that's why a lot of you that have family members in the government, like the FBI, Secret Services, they're not really on social media or anything because they're not allowed to be. I'm really surprised the military allows so much freedom on social media. Because you're representing yourself. And that is the first thing that we have lost. in this country is when people go to work and they fail to realize that they represent the company they work for. I don't care if it's McDonald's or the Secret Service. You go into a public place and you act a fool, or as they say, your true colors. Not race intended, but your true colors. In other words, everyone has the ability to bullshit. We have the ability to show this fake novel across our face. But once people start getting to know who you are, then your true self shows up. Then they wonder why they're fired. Oh, you fired me because I'm black? No, I fired you because you went into McDonald's and you beat somebody's ass. And then you put it on social media. You know, I was fired for my Amazon Flex videos, which had nothing to do with the contracted company I was hired for with Amazon. But because they found it, and even though there wasn't anything bad about the videos, I wasn't showing people's addresses or anything like that. I was just showing, in their mind, how they operate. In other words, I was driving around, I was delivering packages, and they don't want those secrets out. Was I upset? Yeah, I was upset, but the only person I could be upset with is me. Because I failed to represent the company in a professional manner. Even though it was mindless, I didn't even put two and two together. Everything you do in this world has a fucking action and a reaction. It's not about color. It's not about skin. It's not about any of that. It's about how you fucking behave. And so many people in this world anymore do not have manners, respect, moral compass, none of that. It's all about me, 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 me. And so instead of thinking about me, we need to think about us. Every person you meet, you might want to think, maybe I shouldn't say what I want to say because I don't know that situation. I'm just saying. Well, that's all I got for now, guys. I told you it was going to be a fairly short one. I think it went a little longer than I wanted to. But you get the gist. Racism can be simply stopped by treating people as humans and not by the color of their skin. That easy. I function and do that every day. You can too. Humans can be changed. It's not my fault I was born white. But if I'm racist, that's my fault because I learned that behavior from somebody. I wasn't born with it. I learned that behavior from somebody. I still have a fucking brain, though, and I still can say that isn't right. If I grow up in a whole bunch of school kids that all don't like black people, then either I conform and agree with them because I'm fucking mindless and don't have the ability to use my own brain to make my own decisions, or I need a fucking phone to do it for me. Or I can say, no, that isn't right. And I can take the ass beating and the bullying because I don't agree with what they believe in. And that's where this country is going to. And that's why I said it's a hidden agenda. Everybody wants you to get on that same plane instead of thinking for yourself. That's all I got till next time. Stay safe, stay woke, and stay sane.